Boo-hoo-hoo! Be careful! It is the seductive spider lady! I don't know if this triggers people that have arachnophobia, so just be warned, we're about to watch a video explaining yokai, more specifically, Jorogumo, the spider lady. Bam, 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 ba-da-da.
So this warrior sees a beautiful woman on the road carrying a baby. He doesn't recognize her, but she tells her child, "That is surely your father. Go and get a hug from him." The warrior draws
That is
his
so
sword, thinking
creepy.
she must be some kind of monster, because what kind of a man hugs his child, and slashes her? She runs away, leaving a trail of blood that ends in a house.
What?
When the townspeople check the attic of the house, they find a huge dead spider surrounded by the corpses of men. That was an old Jorogumo story. What do you
Interesting.
picture when I say Japanese spider monster? If you picture a sexy spider lady, go get help. You've been watching too many infamy videos.
Why am I being called out? What do you mean, go get help? Ah. Okay.
If you picture a sexy spider lady, go get help. You've been watching too many infamy videos. But in this case, you're right. Today's yokai is a spider-licious seductress called the Jorogumo, or
Look how cute she is. Look how cute she is.
entangling bride. But that's a euphemism for an earlier word that's a bit more accurate, which means
Entangling
spider-hoe.
bride?
Japan has a common
Spider-hoe!
spider called the golden orb weaver spider. This beast grows
Oh yeah,
so
this
big
would
that it can
trigger
eat small
some
birds.
people.
It lives in shady spots, corners, and your nightmares. Wet nightmares. They say when a golden orb weaver spider
man, that
lives
looks so
long enough, a
pretty.
few centuries, it becomes a yokai and gains a hunger for
That is
young,
so
good-looking
pretty.
men. So don't worry, it won't come after most of you. Jorogumo live alone in caves and dark forests, which is
Why is this video attacking everyone? AoE damage, man. Literally. Oh.
fine, but they also live in abandoned homes, which is not fine these days, because one could be living in the middle of a big city, and it's hard to evict someone during a pandemic. Like many yokai, and 90% of the yokai in your search history, the Jorogumo can shapeshift into beautiful women. When a
Nice.
Jorogumo gets hungry, she walks the streets, asking handsome men to come to her place for dinner.
Ooh
Her
la
dinner.
la.
She can usually play some instrument, like a shamisen. The shamisen was known as the instrument of courtesans. Its twang could excite any man. It's not hard for...
Why did he say it like that? Twang! I don't know why that gives me like someone picking a chord on a guitar or something, being like bang.
For a Jorogumo to find a willing
Twang!
man, because she's a gorgeous yokai with centuries of experience in human interactions,
Ooh la
and he
la.
has a peepee. When a man enters...
I don't know why it's so funny, man. I'm sorry, it's like I'm easily amused today. Oh.
her lair expecting a hot and sweaty night, he gets what he asks for. A hot and sweaty night trying to escape her web. She would change back into a spider or a half spider, half lady thing and inject her victim with venom. The man would take days or weeks to die, his agony only interrupted by the Jorogumo occasionally taking bites of his flesh. This
Are you sure that would interrupt the agony? I'm not really sure that would interrupt the agony.
Ordeal sounds pretty awful, but judging by YouTube comments, some of you perverts wouldn't mind, as long as she's pretty enough. Jorogumo can even control normal spiders. Here's an old drawing of one, with her spider legs sticking out from her dress, with each leg controlling a spider like a marionette. Looks like these spiders are the fire-breathing kind. Jorogumo can survive in empty homes within bustling cities without anyone noticing they were there, not unlike the typical city dweller. They go around tricking and draining the life from people, leaving their victims' corpses on the streets. not unlike the typical city dweller. Many Jorogumo stories happen around
So
waterfalls,
murderer.
especially the Joren
Nice.
Falls in the city of Izu. One story goes like this. A man was resting next to the Joren Falls when a spider thread shot out from behind the falls, attaching to his leg. A little surprised, he removed the webbing from his leg and attached it to a tree stump. At that moment, the thread went taut and pulled the entire tree stump behind the waterfall, and the man thought, I hope she's a vegetarian.
Oh my god, make it stop. Oh.
Getting pulled behind a waterfall by a spider thread and tricking the Jorogumo using a tree stump are two really common Jorogumo tropes. Here's another
Nice.
story. A woodcutter dropped his axe in the pool beneath the waterfall. He prepared to jump in, but a lovely lady emerged from the water to return his axe. He thanked her, but she told him to keep it a secret, never tell anyone about her. The
Did she
man tried
axe
to stay
him
silent, but men have a
a
part of the
question?
brain that forces them to talk about their interactions with beautiful women. So one drunken evening, the man spilled the story to his friends. That night, a silken string shot out from the darkness to pull the man outside. The next morning, his corpse was found in that pool beneath the waterfall.
Oof.
In another story, a woodcutter met a woman at the waterfall and
Why is
fell
it
in
always
love. He visited her
woodcutters?
every day and became weaker every day. A Buddhist priest heard of this and thought, Namu Amida Butsu. This spider fetish is out of control. He went to the waterfall with the woodcutter to see what's up. Sure enough, he was met with a spider thread attack, but he used his priestly powers and let out a shout, making the thread retreat. The woodcutter realized that he had indeed fallen in
wrong
love
game.
with a spider woman and thought with wide eyes, it's not that bad.
It's
Never
so
underestimate the
bad.
power of love controlled by a peepee. The woodcutter went into the deep forest to ask a Tengu for permission to marry this Jorogumo, but he was denied. Even so, he couldn't leave
Oh
his queen.
my.
The last glimpse anyone had of the woodcutter was him being wrapped in webbing and pulled behind the waterfall. There is good
Lovely.
Jorogumo lore, too. Like there was one who lived in a pool in the forest and rescued anyone who fell in. People erected a shrine to worship her. But
Oh
these
wow.
stories are rare. It's mostly the murdery type, which we prefer anyways. For more
We
yokai
prefer
explained, check
anyways. Tie me up, Spider Mama. Oh, nice. This was a very enjoyable video. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I would want a Jorogumo. To be fair, it's not like they're gonna go for me, right? It's not like they would pick me. But like, even if, let's say I was a guy, let's say they'd confuse me for a guy, I wouldn't pick them. I'm sorry, Spider Lady. Paws Spider King. No. No, I'm good.
check out these videos. Alright, we have a new Emperor patron on Patreon today, Derek Oishi. He's delicious. We also have some patrons, Hafida Madrub, Catherine Patterson,
Oh.
Kelly Aziz,
Sleep
Lau
well, White.
Maintenance, John McClellan, and Silver Blossoms. Thanks so
And
much.
hi, Wild
Alright, I love you
Pitching.
and spread the knowledge.
Yeah, become a woodcutter, guys. That's the lesson here. Maybe that's why Finland is so happy. Maybe that is the truth. If we connect the video we just watched with this video, yo, it's starting to make sense. They have a lot of wood there. Maybe all those spider mamas are the reason why they're losing people and their population is declining as well. My tinfoil hat senses are tingling. Seriously though, super cool video. I really enjoyed the yokai explanation.